Cancer, I've laid your cards. We're doing a little look at the near future, and it's in a Celtic cross, Rachel Pollock. It's got a lot of wandy energy, a lot. And I think it's about feeling a little bit assailed at the moment. And we're going to work out some advice for how to get you into a kind of more comfortable position, although wands are full of passion. So I'm going to dive in. You, in the interior, you feel poetic and naive and rather delightful and full of imagination. Look at him looking at that fish. There's a sense of those lotuses on his thing I'm looking at, on his tunic. There's a sense of delight and sort of innocence and purity really inside, and you're feeling very straightforward, slightly naive maybe. How that makes you act on the outside, these two sort of came sort of head to head really. The Ten of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So wanting to spread that love to your family, to give that love to whoever you call family and whoever you love in your environment, and also to learn with another page how to sort of grow that wish up, whatever that little small voice is inside that wants protection, that wants to sort of be able to spread this poetic love further, or maybe maybe you are a poet or an artist, or maybe it's an idea of something that you want to diligently work on with the Page of Pentacles. But it's interesting, those two young energies coming up. And with the Ten of Cups, which can have shades of idealism to it as well, this whole picture of inside and outside is there's something rather idealistic in your mind about how you're dealing with life at the moment, and young. That's nice, and it has its pitfalls as well. I mean, I love it, but it also, there is a sense of needing to secure that position and protect those delicate, youthful energies within yourself. The basis of the situation is the Seven of Wands. This character hasn't got a boot and a shoe that match. He's got one of each, and he's on higher ground, but he's having to fight off all of these different ideas that are coming to him. I once heard a reader on a podcast saying that it's like he wants to grab his one true creative idea and stop all of these others, or creative mode, and stop all of these others. Traditionally, we would say you're feeling a little assailed, and that there's lots to do and lots of passion and thought coming. I mean, I always find it interesting that he's got his legs straddling this river or this great canyon of water. It's a strange perspective, isn't it? Everything feels a little bit surreally out of perspective. So, and you could feel a little bit overwhelmed, particularly with such delightful sort of gentle energies on the interior that aren't quite ready for this fight. However, in the recent past, we've got the Five of Wands. Again, more of this wandy energy, passionate energy, where you have jumped in order to be in it to win it and play a game with these young kids, and you thought, I'm going to throw my hat into the ring, I want to be part of something. It's more of this youthful energy, some sort of youthful enthusiasm. Have you joined a creative group? Have you thought, I'm going to do that thing I've always wanted to do? Is it working with clay, or is it a new profession? I mean, is it working with children? Are you wanting to help people in a psychological sense, or kids in schools? Are you a teacher? Family therapy? Something new, could be artistic, has come to you, and you have decided that you're prepared to have fun with it and go for it. A potential outcome is the lovely Hierophant, who's our only major. No, we've got two majors here. Who talks about right partnership, marriage, things being correct morally in an ordered sense. It feels like with those two characters, even though they've got bald heads that he's preaching to, it could almost be that those two pages being given instruction in the way that it should really be. He is a traditionalist, but yeah, because one of them's got, they're not lotuses, but one's got something that reminds me of the Page of Cups. Yeah, anyway, sorry, I got distracted. He's also, I'm noticing the little crosses at his feet, which I don't normally notice, between his shoes, which have also got crosses on, and the keys. It's like walking in the correct way. Why is that coming up? Walking on something that is correct. Walking in the correct way. Learning to walk this new path in the correct moral way. That is one outcome. Coming up in the near future, we've got Temperance in reverse, our second major, and the Knight of Swords. It feels as if you've had your pregnant pause and things are fast and furious. All the energy here is quite fast and furious, and certainly on the in the exterior, there's a lot of activity, and so it's saying you've had a sort of moment of alchemy and epiphany, and like a reset where conditions of your life have started to sort of morph into something new, this new page-like energy. And because it's in reverse, I think that is, now it's time for the fastest in the pack, arguably, or one of the fastest in the pack, to dive in and have a go with the Knight of Swords. Like, take your new idea, take this youthful energy and do something with it. If maybe what you're having to do is fight off all the different competing needs, I'm not sure, because we've got you with the Seven of Wands at the base. Is it using your mind to have to rush in and try and rectify something, get things more in order, work on behalf of Temperance, who would talk about moderation and balance, and maybe you're trying with lack of balance with that vastly fast energy of the Knight of Swords. You might be trying to sort of petition for some restraint and balance and say, I need less of this wild action. I need more of the Hierophant. I need to bring some order here. Your attitude is because that things are getting a little bit much. This is the workaholic, the obsessive. It's feeling overburdened. You're worried you're going to miss the home and the goal, the village. That is, this new passionate idea going to stop you from being in your beautiful home, which you love so much, as a Cancer? But we can also see here, because with the home card, it's represented at as a place of deep peace, recalibration, balance. It feels very, very healthy for you because all these swords are aligning your various chakras. There's a blessing going on in the stained glass window, and it feels very, very peaceful. And it still is behaving as a place of sanctuary with all of this change going on. But I think you're worried with the Ten of Wands that you might become so obsessed with this new thing or these new burdens that you miss that beautiful restorative effect of the home. Your hopes and fears are that you find what you're looking for, that you suddenly alight on it. It could be quite far away, but all this passion becomes ordered and sunny in this picture. It's got shades of it's got the same sort of background as the Page of Pentacles, who's trying to order the romance of the Page of Cups and bring it to happiness. So I think what you're wanting is to know exactly how to garner all this energy and this naivety and this creativity and whatever this idea is, and bring it. You want to know exactly where you're headed with it, because the Three of Wands does finally know where it's going, and once you know, it's quite easy to get there, however long the journey may be. It could be something abroad, it could be quite far afield, but it feels very rooted and solid, and sort of, when I see it just above the Four of Swords, it's got energy of those kind of swords. It feels aligned and less chaotic. So creativity being brought into something kind of more aligned and solid. And where it's going, well, initially we just had the Nine of Wands, feeling a bit defensive. Now we've got these solid sticks that aren't moving, but also he's got a bandage on his head and he's sort of had his fingers burnt. Maybe, you know, and this, so we got the 9 to the 10, which is your attitude. Maybe you you've become obsessed with things in the past, and you're worried, and you know through experience that you can, and so you're feeling a bit defensive. But I asked for a capping card, and we got the Knight of Pentacles that would bring a lot of solidity to this and salve. I'm not sure he would force change or change of attitude, but he would say, we're safe, those boundaries are safe, you don't need to worry, let me help you, let's get something built in a more solid way. So let's put some capping cards here, because there's a lot of youthful new movement, and potentially with the Hierophant this could go to something really good, but we want to make sure you don't get stuck in the defensive position because it feels so much. Now here we got the Seven of Pentacles. That says keep working on it, even when, keep doing the thing that you need to do for the harvest, even when it feels like the harvest isn't coming. So it says keep watering those coins, have a higher perspective, even if it feels frustrating. It goes with our Seven of Wands, because, rather well actually, because unlike most images of the Seven of Pentacles, she's up like him. So maybe the basis of this reading is saying that you dealing with all these creative impulses, these new creative impulses, is becoming quite a lot. And this card is saying you can order them by kind of tending to each one a little bit each day somehow. Get on that higher perspective. And just do a little bit of watering every day. Okay, if you're a poet and you want to do that, do a little bit of this. If you've got a new career that you're thinking about, do a little bit of that. Doesn't need to be everything all at once, but you need to continue working slowly towards your goal. And that will probably help soothe the Seven of Wands and all of this kind of fractured, burnt out energy that's going on. I'm not sure, this feels a lot. And then we got the Two of Swords. So you have to make a decision. Their swords are getting heavy. Yes, keep watering these, but I mean, she looks pretty strong. She can cope. But the Two of Swords says you're groping with the blindfold towards some sort of understanding of how you should really move forward towards collapsing possibilities, because usually we see with the Rider Waite somebody holding two swords like this. So it's saying pick a way to go. That's what you want with the Three of Wands. But this is saying you're going to have to eventually, maybe you've been watering all of these different pentacles, but maybe what you have to do actually is pick one of them, I think is what it's saying. And then we got the Seeker of Challenges. He turned up in Gemini's reading as well. And this, to me, without the book, it's the King of Swords. It's saying bring some sort of really tough structure to this situation. Some logic, some CEO type armoured up. You know, that would stop you being defensive, like in your Nine of Wands at the end, because you've got this knight working on you. Well, he is a knight, but he's a king, really. Or maybe he is the Knight of Wands. Anyway, regardless, we're reading the images just as they are. You need some structure, you need some defense against this overwhelming sense of creativity or new ideas. Maybe you are someone with lots of kids at home or grandkids or youthful energies that you're having to structure. I think you need to collapse down reality and bring in a bit of logic here. A light in the forest. I don't think I've ever seen this one. There is some, I'm getting something in my ear. I'm looking at the cobweb. There is some hope. There's somewhere that will feel like a really sort of warm and forgiving place when you might feel that things are a little bit frightening. Where is that? We need to find. Where is that home for them? It's probably making this decision. Well, we know your home is a place of great peace. So it's saying pull on the Four of Swords energy that you get at home. Pull on that to help sort of structure. And maybe that's where you get your kind of Knight of Pentacles and your Seeker of Challenges energy. Oh, now we've got the Nine of Wands again. This is where you ended up before. But this time he's on a journey. There's two people fighting behind him. You are feeling defensive because this is a lot. So your home is going to be a great sanctuary. And you need to... Alright, so you're defended and you are in your home, is what I'm getting from these images. Your home provides you the sanctuary. That's where you are most defended. And so you need to work from that point in order to bring order to all of this new energy. Do you work from home? Maybe you should. Maybe with these new projects, if it's work, it will help. And then we've got commanding performance, renewing your promises. Commanding performance, renewing your promises. This is beautiful. Like Noah's Ark, we've got these pairs of beings, one little ladybird. Renewing your promises. So get back into the home. Renew the promises you made to yourself and others in that home. And I want one more of these. And then pick something that you go for. And then, but I think you're meant to pick home. I think you're meant to pick home. Is that right? Are they meant to pick home? Pick your home. Something you could do from your home. Now we've got the Two of Pentacles. This Two of Pentacles talks to me about the Queen of Wands because it's got that sunflower in the back. It says there's more than that. There's a sort of more unconventional reality that you could go towards. So what is it that they will make them feel defended and secure? The Sun. You've got to manifest, okay? And you've got to probably manifest from home. There might be someone here who promised to do something for someone and that is now needing to come to fruition in order to collapse these realities. Because this card has got lots of twos on it, but twos working in harmony rather than and looking at each other and feeling very balanced, rather than the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, where one reality needs to be committed to. I think you have to commit to what's going on at home, your partner there, your children there, your pets there. Maybe if you start from there, that's when you start being able to manifest. What will help them feel more defended? So manifesting and working with others with the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to work with people at home somehow or in a home business. I think that's it. It's a curious reading. It's quite scrappy. I love it, Cancer. And then we've got two little... So this Celtic symbol that I did look up because it came up yesterday, and it's about the triple goddess. But it really reminds me of that Three of Pentacles as well that we've just pulled. So it might be saying there are three energies that can come together in this new project, and then the moon, the new moon, to start something new. Interesting energy. I hope that helps. See you again.